Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Coming up, a little about an impactful donation and why it's important,
a story about the LIRR,
more on the upcoming fall play,
and lastly, information on today's pep rally and tomorrow's homecoming game. I'm Maya Passanisi.
And I'm Emma Santiago, and these are the BMB Morning Announcements.
Good morning, Mepham. Emma, aren't you excited for the pep rally later today?
Yes, and I'm so glad that periods are shortened.
Here is the rest of today's schedule with 34-minute periods each, which is awesome. And as for the pep rally, you guys will make your way down to the field at 1:10 with your 9th period classes.
Afterwards, Pirate Fest will be taking place in the senior parking lot.
If you're interested in learning about new clubs, make sure to attend.
Each club has their own table with activities. Even the student government is selling crumble cookies for only $3.
All of these events are in preparation for the homecoming game tomorrow.
Speaking of the game, there will also be a chance for everyone there to help out our community.
With more information on how to help, here's Hallie Gillison.
Donate, donate, donate. I can't say it enough. It's Bellmore-Merrick. Everybody sits here and says, yes, it's a great place to live, it's a great place to work, but there are people who are food insecure here. So if we could help the people who are less secure in their food needs, if the people who are more secure could, donate and help the people who are less secure, that would be amazing. And it's, as we like to say, it's families helping families.
As some of you may know, the community cupboard is in dire need of donations, but how can you help? Well, first, the community cupboard needs paper towels, toilet paper, cleaning supplies, laundry detergent, condiments, tomato products, Chef Boyardee, salad dressing, soups, pancake mix, water, juice, snacks, and rice. So if you're heading to the homecoming game tomorrow afternoon, be sure to bring any of these items that you may have laying around, as there will be bins present for drop-off at the fence right outside the football field. Community Cupboard is grateful and gives thanks to everyone planning to donate. I've been Hallie Gillison, and back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Hallie. Everyone be sure to donate tomorrow. It goes to such a good cause.
Another topic of discussion in our community right now is an issue with the LIRR.
Wait, what does that mean for everyone taking the train? My mom takes it every day.
Well, why don't we just ask Letieri? I'm sure she knows.
Thanks, guys. A Long Island Railroad strike was sent to take effect yesterday at midnight. However, the union and the MTA agreed to ask President Trump to step in and mediate the dispute. Recently, New Jersey had a railroad strike that had gotten resolved back in May. The New Jersey workers were demanding higher wages, which they eventually received after a 3-day stoppage. The MTA feared a strike of LIRR workers could have had disastrous effects for Long Island commuters.
The LIRR strike would have been really inconvenient. Us commuters depend on it to get to work. And I would have actually worked from home, so it maybe would not have been so inconvenient for me. But, there are so many people that don't have that option. And I would have assumed that they would have driven into work or maybe carpooled with colleagues or, neighbors that work in the same area, but it's extremely inconvenient.
Long Island Railroad workers have asked for a wage increase of 9.5% because salaries have not kept up with record inflation, and they haven't gotten a raise since 2022. The strike could have impacted more than 270,000 customers, just like some of Bellmore's own commuters. This mediation will delay the strike to early January 2026. However, the strike is prepared for January if it takes place. The MTA will provide limited shuttle bus service on weekdays for essential workers and those who can't work from home. Bellmore Station will be one of the shuttle bus stations. Hopefully by January, the issue gets resolved and no one's commute is affected. That's all the time I have right now. I'm Letieri, sending it back to Maya and Emma.
Thanks, Bella. Thankfully, there would have been buses for the people who need them.
I agree. The train strike could have caused issues for people traveling to family next week as well.
Traveling for what?
Rosh Hashanah. Next week, we have off Tuesday and Wednesday to celebrate the Jewish New Year.
Wishing everyone who celebrates to have a sweet new year.
One of the early highlights of the new year will be the Skull and Bones drama production.
There was an interest meeting yesterday, and they announced the play for this fall season.
I'm so excited to see Skull and Bones perform Clue.
Me too, Maya. They always do so well. I'm also excited to see the new generation of members in the show. Speaking of, auditions will take place Thursday, September 25th from 3 to 5.
Going to see the play will be exciting to watch between sports seasons, but right now we are actually in the middle of one.
You're right, Maya. I wonder how our teams are doing right now.
Me too. Here's Brandon Catalina with this week's sports report.
Thanks, guys. Starting over on the court, the boys volleyball team was defeated by Southside on Wednesday. They will face Bethpage on Saturday. Next, the girls volleyball team played Bellmore-JFK Wednesday and were victorious with a sweep. Now, going to the turf, the boys soccer team takes on Sewantica, and the girls soccer team defeated Plainview Old Bethpage Saturday and will go on to face Calhoun tonight. Lastly, the Pirates football team takes the field facing the Generals in Mepham's 2025 homecoming game. Be sure to come out and support your fellow Pirates.
Thanks, Brendan. And how do you think the Pirates are going to do tomorrow?
Hopefully they do well and they're able to get a win on their homecoming game.
I agree. I really hope so. I hope it won't be too hot for the game. The weather has been so up and down lately, so who knows?
Me too. I wonder if Allie would know anything about that.
You're right. Here's Avalanche Allie with this weekend's weather report.
Thanks, Emma. I'm Avalanche Alley, and I'm here for my weather debut, and I couldn't be more excited. No promises that I'll be as good as Ozone Ollie, though. Anyways, kicking off this weekend's weather report, Friday's looking like a nice day with a high of 77 and a low of 58. So basically, it's just another day of being freezing in the morning, sweating by the afternoon. Saturday's looking a little cooler with a high of 68 and a low of 57. Perfect weather for enjoying a pumpkin coffee at the homecoming game. And finally, finishing up with Sunday, it's very similar to Saturday with a high of 68 and a low of 61, which means summer is slowly slipping away from us. This weekend isn't looking too extreme in either direction, but for everyone in denial about fall being here, maybe replay the segment and get with the program. Well, that's all for me. I've been Avalanche Alley, sending it back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Allie. I may have to take you up on that offer for a pumpkin coffee.
I know, it's the best from Dunkin'.
Especially with a pumpkin donut.
I can't wait to see you all at homecoming tomorrow.
Well, these have been the BMB Morning Announcements for Friday, September 19th.
Have a great day, Pirates.
We didn't do anything. We're done! We're done!
Good job at the end. Like the timer hit 0.